Hi guys, I'm back. Today I'm going to Ezekiel 4-8, Proverbs 17, and Psalm 142. Let's get started. And you, son of man, take a brick and lay it before you, and engrave on it a siege, even your and put siege works against me, and build siege wall around it, and cast up a mound against it. Set against it, and plant battering rams against it all around. And you take an iron griddle, and place it as an iron wall between you and the sea, and set your face toward it, and let it be in a state of siege, and press the siege against it. It is a sign for the house of Israel. Then lie on your left side, and place the punishment of the house of Israel upon you. For the number of days that you lie on it, you shall bear the punishment. For I assign to you a number of days, 390 days, equal to the number of years of their punishment. So you shall bear the punishment of the house of Israel. And when you have completed these, you shall lie down a second time, on your right side, and bear the punishment of the house of Judah. 40 days I assign you, a day for each year. And you shall set your face toward the siege of Jerusalem, with your arm bared, and you shall prophesy against the city. And behold, and place cords upon you, so that you cannot turn from one side to the other, until you have completed the days of your siege. And you take wheat and barley, beans and lentils, millet and emmer, and put them into a steel vessel, and make a bread from them. And during the number of days that you lie on your side, 390 days you shall eat it. And your food that you eat shall be by weight 26 shekels a day. From day to day you shall eat it. And water you shall drink by measure, the sixth part of a hin. From day to day you shall drink. And you shall eat it as a barley cake, baking it in the sight on human dung. And the Lord said, Thus says the Lord, thus shall the people of Israel eat their bread unclean among the nations where I will drive them. Then I said, Lord God, behold, I have lived to fill myself. From my youth up till now, I have never eaten what died of itself, or was torn by beasts, nor has tainted meat come into my mouth. Then he said to me, See, I assign to you cow's dung instead of human dung, on which you may prepare your bread. Moreover, he said to me, Son of man, behold, I will break the supply of bread in Jerusalem. They shall eat bread by weight and with anxiety, and they shall drink water by measure and in dismay. I will not do this that they may lack bread and water, but look at one another in dismay and run away because of their punishment. And you, O son of man, take a sharp sword, use it as a barber's razor, and pass it over your head and your beard. Then take balances for weighing and divide your hair. Divide the hair. A third part you shall burn in the fire in the midst of the city. And the days of the siege are completed. And the third part you shall take and strike with the sword all around the city. And you shall take from these a small number, and bind them in the skirts of your robe. And of these again you shall take some, and cast them into the midst of the fire, and burn them in the fire. From there a fire will come into all the house of Israel. For thus says the Lord God, this is Jerusalem. I have set her in the center of the nations, with countries all around her. And she has rebelled against my laws by doing wickedness more than the nations, and against my statutes more than the countries all around her. For they have rejected my rules and have not walked in my statutes. Therefore thus says the Lord God, because you are more turbulent than the nations that are all around you, and have not walked in my statutes or obeyed my rules, and have not even acted according to the rules of the nations that are all around you. Therefore thus says the Lord God, Behold, I, even I, am against you, and I will execute judgments in your midst and the sight of the nations. And because of all your abominations, I will do with you what I have never yet done, and the like of which I will never do again. Therefore fathers shall eat their sons in your midst, and sons shall eat their fathers. And I will execute judgments on you. And any of you who survive, I will scatter to all the winds. Therefore, as I live, declares the Lord God, surely because you have defiled my sanctuary with all your detestable things, and with all your abominations, therefore I will withdraw, and I will not spare, and I will have no pity. A third part of you shall die of pestilence and be consumed with famine in your midst. A third part shall fall by the sword, all around you, and a third part will scatter to all the winds and will unsheath the sword after them. And thus says shall my anger spend itself, and I will vent my fury upon them and satisfy myself. Then they shall know that I am good, that I have strengthened in my jaws. When I spend my fury upon them, moreover, I'll make you a desolation, an object of reproach among the nations all around you, and in the sight of all who pass by. You shall be a reproach and a warning and a horror to the nations all around you. When I execute judgments on you in anger and fury, with furious rebukes, I am the Lord, I am special. When I send against you the deadly arrows for destruction, which I sent to destroy you, and when I bring more famine upon you and break your supply of bread, I will send famine and wild beasts against you, and they will rob you of your children. Pestilence and blood shall pass through you, and I will bring the sword upon you. I, the Lord, have spoken. The word of the Lord came to me. Son of man, set your face toward the mountains of Israel, and prophesy against them. Again say, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord God. Thus says the Lord God to the mountains and the hills, to the ravines and the valleys. Behold, I, even I, will bring a sword upon you, and I will destroy your high places. Your altars shall become desolate, and your incense altars shall be broken. And I will cast down your slain before your idols, and I will lay the dead bodies of the people of Israel before their idols. And I will scatter your bones around your altars. Wherever you dwell, the city shall be waste, and the high places burned, so that your altars will be waste and ruined, your idols broken and destroyed, your incense altars cut down, and your works wiped out. And the slain shall fall in your midst, and you shall know that I am the Lord. Yet I will leave some of you alive, when you have among the nations some who escaped the sword, and when you are scattered through the countries, and those of you who escape will remember me among the nations where they are called captive. How I have been broken over their whoring heart that has departed from me, and over their eyes that go whoring after their idols. And they'll be loathsome in their own sight for the evils that I have hidden, for all their abominations. And they shall know that I am the Lord. I have not said in vain that I would do this evil to them. And thus says the Lord God, clap your hands and stamp your foot and say, alas, because of all the evil abominations of the house of Israel, for they shall fall by the sword, by famine, and by pestilence. And he who is far off shall die of pestilence, and he who is near shall fall by the sword, and he who is left and is preserved shall die of famine. Thus I will spend my fury upon them, and you shall know that I am the Lord. When they slay and lie among the idols around their altars, on every high hill, and all the mountain tops, under every green tree, and under every leafy oak, wherever they offer a pleasing aroma to all their idols. And I'll stretch out my hand against them, and make their land desolate and waste, and all their dwelling places, from the wilderness to Riblah. And they will know that I am the Lord. The word of the Lord came to me, and you, O son of man, says the Lord God to the land of Israel. The end has come upon the four corners of the land. Now the end is upon you, and I will send my anger upon you. I will judge you according to your ways, and I will punish you for all your abominations. And my eye will not spare you, nor will I have pity, and I will punish you for your ways. All your abominations are in your midst. Then you will know that I am the Lord. Thus says the Lord God, disaster after disaster. Behold, it comes. An end has come, and the end has come. It is awakened against you. Behold, it comes. Your doom has come, and has come to you, O inhabitant of the world. It has come, the time has come, the day is near, the day of tomorrow, and not of joyful shining on the moon. Now I will soon pour out my wrath upon you, and spend my anger against you, and judge you according to you. And I will punish you for all your abominations. And my eye will not spare, nor will I have pity. And I will punish you according to your ways. And all your abominations are in your midst. Then you will know that I am the Lord who strikes. Behold, it comes. Your doom has come. Your rod has broken. Pride has budded, violence has grown up into a rod of wickedness. None of them shall rise, nor their abundance, nor their wealth, neither shall their youth have preeminence among them. The time has come, the days arrive. Let not the buyer rejoice, nor the seller mourn, for wrath is upon their vendors. For the seller shall not return to before he is sold. He will be lost. For the vision of sons of righteousness, he shall not turn back. And because of his iniquity, none can maintain his life. He has learned to come to it, and made everything ready, and none goes to battle. For my wrath is upon all that multitude. The sword is without, pestilence and famine are with it. He who is in the field dies by the sword, and him who is in the sea, famine and pestilence devour. And if any survivors escape, they will be on the mountains, like the doves of the valleys. All of them murder, each one over his iniquity. All hands are fearful, and all knees turn forward. They put on sackcloth and horror, shame on all faces, and boldness on all of their heads. They cast their silver into the streets, and their gold is like an unclean thing. Their silver and gold are not able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord. They cannot satisfy the handle or fill their stomachs with it, but it was the stumbling block of their iniquity. His beautiful ornament they used for pride, and they made their abominable things images, and their detestable things. Therefore I will make it an unclean thing too. And I will give it into the hands of foreigners for prey, and to the wicked of the earth for spoil, and they shall profane it. I will turn my face from them, and they shall profane my treasure place. Robbers shall enter and profane it. Forge a chain, for the land is full of bloody crimes, and the sea is full of violence. And I will bring to the worst of the nations to take possession of their house. I will put an end to the pride of the strong, and their holy places shall be profaned. When anguish comes, they'll seek peace, but there shall be none. Disaster comes upon disaster. Rumor follows rumor. They seek a vision from the prophet, while the Lord perishes from the priest and counsel from the elder. The king mourns, the prince is wrapped in despair, and the hands of the evil of women are paralyzed by terror. According to their way, I'll do to them, and according to their judgments, I'll judge them. And they shall know that I am the Lord. In the 6th year, in the 6th month, on the 5th day of the month, as I sat in my house with the elders of Judah sitting before me, the hand of the Lord God fell upon me. Then I looked, and behold, a form that had the appearance of a man. Below what appeared to be his waist was fire, and above his waist was something like the appearance of brightness, like gleaming metal. He put out the form of a hand and took me by a lock of my head. And the Spirit lifted me up between earth and heaven, and brought me visions of God to Jerusalem, to the entrance of the gateway of the inner court that faces north, where was the seat of the image of jealousy, which provokes to jealousy. And behold, the glory of the God of Israel was there, like the vision that I saw in the valley. Then he said to me, Son of man, lift up your eyes toward the north. So I lifted up my eyes toward the north, and behold, north of the altar gate, in the entrance was this image of jealousy. And he said to me, Son of man, do you see what they are doing? The great abominations that the house of Israel are committing here, to drive me far from my sanctuary? And you will see still greater abominations. And he brought me to the entrance of the wall. And when I looked, behold, there was a hole in the wall. And he said to me, Son of man, dig in the wall. So I dug in the wall, and behold, there was an entrance. And he said to me, Go in and see the vile abominations that they are committing here. So I went in and saw there, and there engraved on the wall all around was every form of creeping things and loathsome beasts, and all the idols of the house of Israel. And behold, before them stood 70 men of the elders of the house of Israel, with Jazaniah the son of Shaphan standing among them. Each had a censer in his hand, and the smoke of the cloud of incense went up. And he said to me, Son of man, have you seen what the elders of the house of Israel are doing in the dark, each in his room of pictures? For they say, The Lord does not see us, the Lord has forsaken the land. Then he said also to me, You'll see still greater abominations that they commit. Then he brought me to the entrance of the north gate of the house of the Lord, and behold, there sat women weeping for Tammuz. And he said to me, Have you seen this, O son of man? You will see still greater abominations than these. And he brought me into the inner court of the house of the Lord. And behold, at the entrance of the temple of the Lord, between the porch and the altar, were about 25 men, and with their backs to the temple of the Lord, and their faces toward the east, worshipping the sun toward the east. Then he said to me, Have you seen this, O son of man? Is it too light a thing for the house of Judah to commit the abominations that they commit here, that they should fill the land with violence and provoke me still further to anger? Behold, they put the branch to their nose. Therefore I will act in wrath, and mine eye will not spare, nor will I have pity. And though they cry in my ears with a loud voice, I will not hear them. Proverbs 17. Better is a dry morsel with quiet than a house full of feasting with strife. A servant who deals wisely will rule over his son who acts shamefully. A man will share the inheritance as one of the brothers. The crucible is for silver, and the furnace is for gold. And the Lord tests hearts. An evildoer listens to wicked lips, and a liar that gives ear to a mischievous tongue. Whoever mocks the poor insults his maker, and he who is glad at calamity will not go unpunished. Grandchildren are the crown of the aged, and the glory of children is their fathers. Fine speech is not becoming a fool, as still less is false speech to a prince. A bribe is like a magic stone in the eyes of the one who gives. Wherever he turns, he prospers. Whoever covers an offense seeks love, but he who repeats a matter separates close friends. A rebuke goes deeper into the man of understanding, and 100 blows into a fool. An evil man seeks only rebellion, and a cruel messenger will be set against him. And let a man who made a Shiva robbed of a caliph rather than a fool of his folly. If anyone returns evil for good, evil will not depart from his house. So the beginning of strife is like letting out water. It's like right before the quarrel breaks out. He justifies the wicked, and he condemns the righteous, and are both alike an abomination to the Lord. Why should a fool have money in his hand to buy wisdom, when he has no sense? A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. One who lacks sense gives a pledge and puts up security in the presence of his neighbor. Whoever loves transgression loves strife. He who makes his door high seeks destruction. A man of crooked heart does not discover good, and one who with a dishonest tongue falls into a calamity. He who slights a fool gets himself sorrow, and the father of a fool has no joy. A joyful heart is good medicine, and he crushes spirit and dries up the bones. The wicked accepts a bribe in secret to pervert the ways of justice. The discerning sets his face toward wisdom, and the eyes of a fool are on the ends of the earth. A fool's son is a grief to his father, and bitterness to her who bore him. To impose a fine on a righteous man is not good, nor to strike the noble for their uprightness. Whoever restrains his words has knowledge, and he who has a cool spirit is a man of understanding. Even a fool who keeps silent is considered wise. When he closes his lips, he is deemed intelligent. Psalm 142. With my voice I cry out to the Lord. With my voice I plead for mercy to the Lord. I pour my complaint before him. I tell my trouble before him. When my spirit faints within me, you know my way. In the path where I walk, they have hidden a trap for me. Look to the right and see. There is none who takes notice of me. A refuge remains for me. No one cares for myself. I cry to you, O Lord. I say, you are my refuge, and my portion in the land of the living. I attend to my cry, for I am brought very low. Deliver me from my persecutors, but they are too strong for me. Bring me out of prison, that I may give thanks to your name. The righteous will surround me, for you will deal bountifully with me. Now that's done, I shall now do the Lord's Prayer. Please bow your heads. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, as you've also forgiven our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. For yours is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. See you tomorrow. Bye.